Before I begin the next story, brace yourself for some random facts about a seaport. But trust me, by the time I finish the story, it'll all make sense. We're talking about the port of Karachi. It is located in Pakistan. It first opened in the year 1857. And today it is the country's largest and busiest seaport. It handles about 25 million tons of cargo every year. That's about 60% of the nation's cargo. And this port is crucial, not just for Pakistan, but also for South Asia. It is one of the largest and busiest in the region. But why do you need to know all of this about the Karachi port? Because Pakistan is selling it. The country, as you know, is in crisis, in desperate need of money, so it is selling a key asset. The Pakistan government has drafted a 5-year agreement. They want to hand over 4 berths at the Karachi port. Do you know who the buyer is? The UAE, the United Arab Emirates. And this is not even the most interesting part. You have to see the pace of deal negotiations. They're moving at breakneck speed. A cabinet committee was set up, led by Finance Minister Ishaq Dar. It met with Abu Dhabi stakeholders this week, back-to-back meetings on Monday and Tuesday. They quickly finalized the framework agreement and pushed for a go-ahead from the federal cabinet. As fast as that, it's only a matter of days now. A commercial deal is set to be signed in the next few days. Now, if you followed government contracts in general, you would know that these things take months, even years. So to have wrapped it up in just a few days is exceptional. Either the Pakistanis are very, very efficient or very desperate. I don't want to say which, but I'll tell you this. Pakistan is stuck in an economic vortex. The inflation rate has risen to about 38%. The cost of food is soaring, and it's only worsened since last summer. Last summer is when Pakistan suffered devastating floods. They caused damages worth $30 billion, 30 billion. The country is already buried under a pile of debt. It now faces the risk of default, meaning it may not be able to pay its EMIs on time. Pakistan had signed a bailout deal with the IMF in 2019, the International Monetary Fund. It was a deal worth $6.5 billion. This is the money that the IMF was supposed to give to Pakistan. But for this, Pakistan had to fulfill certain conditions. It did not. So bulk of the money has not come. And this deal is set to expire by the end of this month, in the next few days. Pakistan wants to revive it, but chances are dim. So selling the Karachi port may be a last-ditch attempt to raise some cash. And perhaps Islamabad saw this coming because last year, their government passed a law. It's called the Intergovernmental Commercial Transactions Act. This law is aimed at selling state assets and fast-tracking such sales to raise funds. The Karachi port deal is the first transaction under this law. But why the UAE? Because the UAE is Pakistan's 3rd largest trading partner. The first 2 are China and the United States. Average annual trade between the two countries stands at $8 billion. It is also an ideal export destination for Pakistan because the distance between the two countries is not very much, so transportation costs are limited. Also, politically and financially, the UAE has supported Pakistan in the past. Hence this deal. But it only reflects the dire straits that the country is in. Selling state assets to raise cash is the last of the last resorts. It can be a dangerous trend for a rogue nuclear state.